Welcome to the program of the Atheist Center Unbound Bycages, written by Jim Herrick. Today, we are in the second chapter of the book The Atheist Center Unbound Bycages, Gora's Philosophy and Ethics. To fuel the takeoff of positive, practical atheism, Gora needed a philosophy. Gora was a scientist more than a philosopher, and he was naturally much more aware of the Indian philosophic traditions than the European ones. He did not indulge in abstract philosophy greatly, but pondered more on the philosophy that related to action. Nevertheless, there were some philosophic issues that deeply concerned him. For instance, the difference between atheism and theism, the extent to which truth was a key aspect of atheism, concerns between freedom and equality, the ancient traditions of atheism and theism in India. Gora's thought was in the tradition of ancient Indian ideas, especially the Charvakas, also known as the Lokayatas. This heterodox school of ancient thought had a belief that there was no God and that life was to be run on rational lines. The world was to be understood as a place to be enjoyed. It was caricatured as hedonistic and immoral. The Charvakas had texts and followers similar to the ancient Greeks who followed Epicurus and were attacked as hedonistic and immoral. No one could describe the Atheist Center in this way. In the ancient Rig Veda, questions were being asked as that which is earlier than this earth and heaven, before the Asuras and the gods had been. What was the germ primeval which the waters received, where all the gods were seen together? In the ratings of the Lokayata school, we read, the enjoyment of heaven lies in eating delicious food, keeping the company of young women, using fine clothes, perfumes, garlands, sandal paste, etc. The pain of hell lies in the troubles that arise from enemies, weapons, diseases, which liberation is death, which is the cessation of life breath. The wise should enjoy the pleasure of the world through the proper individual means of agriculture, keeping cattle, trade, political administration, etc. Although Gora and those at the Atheist Center live a fairly Spartan life, pleasure is seen as a proper aim. The greatest human pleasure is to provide pleasure for others, and in the social work, this is an aspiration. The moral principles provide help for others, but there is no need for self-denying. It is notable that articles about this ancient tradition appear in the Atheist, but Gora did not write much about these little unknown thinkers, preferring a practical approach, writing about much better known 19th and 20th century thinkers, especially those who combined their philosophy with political action. This tradition is largely empiric, that is, obtaining knowledge from direct sources such as the senses of direct exchange of experiences. It is a deficiency in the empiric evidence for a deity who we cannot touch or hear this supposed entity, which gives impetus to Gora's atheism. His atheism was reached by his own deduction with the clarity of a man convinced that he should follow the practical route. Gora's views on atheism, theism, and positive atheism were set out early in his life. After he had twice lost his job by expressing atheist views, he expressed his view to avoid the necessity for a secure job and to take his freedom and propagate his views. I got into the stream of public life, addressed hundreds of meetings, edited weekly magazines. This all sounds like the approach of a saint or an itinerant preacher. But his book, Positive Atheism, written in 1938 and republished in 1972, could not be clearer as a call to action. Some ask, what is philosophy for? Is there an answer? Gora had no doubt that it gave an answer. It was a theory, no stronger than a theory, an injunction to action. I know of very few philosophers who, rather than sit down and think, are impelled to get up and do something. Bertrand Russell campaigned against nuclear weapons, but this was not related to his philosophy. There is a case for the lifelong inaction of the philosopher, but the lifelong determination to act has rarely been seen to be so effective as in Gora's case. Gora declared that there are two reactions to a philosophy: to drift inertly thinking about the world, or to impose oneself upon the world. The first is to become a slave mind, the second to assert oneself upon the world, while atheism is the process of being active towards the universe. This is a rather individual definition of theism, conventionally used to mean belief in a form of God. Theism creates the slave mind, and its opposite, atheism, brings a sense of freedom. And from here, I shall continue in the next episode. Thank you.
For more videos, please subscribe to our Positive Atheism English channel presented by Samaram channels, which crossed 20 crore views. Please like, subscribe and share our videos, and for notification of our new videos, please click the bell icon.
Please download Samaram Channels app from Google Play Store and watch your favorite channels. Click the bell icon and subscribe to the channels.